Yeah. So we back on. So yeah, y'all, like I was saying, I was telling y'all a story about my brother. You know what I mean? You can turn your distress into success. Prime example. He's a prime example. You can go from nothing to something. 0 to 100. You know what I mean? Just by having aspirations, goals, putting your efforts and energy in and taking the initiative to boss up, you know what I mean, and get at it. Especially when you have resources, you know what I mean, or outlets to go and do it. But when you do it, be the best you can in anything you do. And put your heart and dedication into it, you know what I mean? And you'll come out with good results. Another example, I got a homie, I'm not going to say his name, because people get mad when you put their business out there or talk. At least I'll tell you the story, but I ain't going to say his name. You see what I'm saying? And he a good, close homie of mine. I went to school with him. You know what I'm saying? Since junior high school. And we used to resonate. We was both, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to kick it with him because, or when I ran back into him, we was older in our 20s. I ran back, we from West Covina, but I ran back into him out here in Ontario. But see, like everybody from that area moved to the IE, like in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it was like they was building it up. Rancho Cucamonga, Chino, Fontana, Real. It's a lot of people from the San Gabriel Valley that moved made that transition and moved out to the IE in the 90s, the Inland Empire, because it was just more motivated, it was newer, motivating, new houses, new, you know what I mean? Like just, it was a whole lot going on. So we had moved out there. My mama had moved us out there in 11th grade to Chino. Then I moved to Upland. I was in Rancho Cucamonga. You know what I mean? So I've been out here for a minute. Ontario, Pomona. It's all the same area. You know what I'm saying? Everybody know each other, small network. Even though it's a lot of people out here, you know what I mean? Over the years, over time, everybody has seen my face somewhere. You know what I mean? And everybody know me. From San Bernardino all the way, from the whole Inland Empire, from San Bernardino and Riverside, all the way through to the San Gabriel Valley, to Pomona, West Covina, all that, all the way to Pasadena, all the way to Hollywood, all the way to West Los Angeles. Everybody know me. Like, I've been on the scene, you know what I mean, for the longest. You know what I mean? I'm a representative, you know what I mean, like, bona fide. Like, anybody who's somebody that dealt with me or they know me or they can see my face before. You know what I mean? Like, but get back to the subject. My boy, I ran back into him out here like when we was like 23. You know what I mean? And then nigga was selling dope. You know what I'm saying? Right here in Ontario. You know what I mean? It was a bunch of gangs and shit. You had the 99 Mafia Crips and the 4th Street Hustler Crip, Ontario, East Side. Then you had the West Side TCG Tongue and Crip gang. And then you had all these, you had Bloods. And then you had a bunch of Cholos. And Ontario was just like, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of homies that got murdered. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no joke. Like, Ontario, Pomona, yeah. You know what I mean? It goes down. It's known for just all the activities. Gang banging, people getting killed every week. Feds have to come in the city and take over, and because as people was just getting killed left and right all the time throughout all the years. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of murders, drugs, a lot of prostitution. Every nigga out here is a pimp. You know what I mean? So there's a lot going on. It's one of them kind of places. And the homie was just serving crack, you know what I'm saying? Yay, powder, whatever you can. You know what I mean? Niggas had pistols, pistoled up. You know what I'm saying? And every day under the couch, so then he kept a big ass gun. I'm talking about a long, I don't think 4-5, I don't know what that was. He had a 6 long, big one, and bigger like in a movie. You know what I'm saying? Niggas had straps every day. Didn't trust nobody. Nigga kept the crack, kept the drugs in the engine of the car. You don't trust nobody. Nigga, homie tried to jack him a couple times. These niggas always in the streets. These niggas shooting at people. You got enemies. You got people that hate you in the area because you're getting your money. You just, you know what I'm saying? You just be like, just living that life in the hood. So what happened is, my nigga used to make money. He know how to, you know what I'm saying? Them niggas know how to get cheese. And the nigga told, when he ran into me the first week, as soon as I ran into him on accident somewhere, I forgot where I seen him at. I'm like, what's up with you know what I'm saying? We used to kick it like 50. I ran into him by 2002, but I know from 1992. You know what I'm saying? Like, from when we was like in the 7th, 8th grade, you know what I mean? Or like 91. And he used to live down the street from me in Covina, like in the apartments behind mine, and we was just, I know since we was younger. So, we ran back into each other, and he like, man, I want to be like you, Dex. Because me, nigga, in 2002, I was selling CDs. Nigga, I had the big body Infinity Q45. I was selling shit out the trunk, CDs and all that stuff. Like when that first came on, when Napster was out, like we used to download from Napster and sell CDs. Like I was one of them. I had to create my own jobs. So, in entrepreneurism. And he kind of seen, he appreciated seeing how I was just fresh, motivated, living life. I didn't have people after me. You know what I mean? I wasn't living that kind of life, but I was clean. Entrepreneurism. So he was like, man, I want a phone. Where'd you get that phone? Like I had this little phone, this little prepaid. I want that same phone. Man, I want to do like you, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Get on. And then he was like showing me, I came over his house, in the apartment, he was showing me his life, telling me all the shit, and telling me all the shit he go through, like every day, how he living. You know what I mean? And I was like, you know, my nigga, you need to make a change. Something, you know what I'm saying? Because he was tired. Like, he just, you know, it's a dead end. So with that dead end life, my dude was like, you know what? He called me, I motivated him. And he called me 2 weeks later, was like, hey man, I want you to, man, I'm doing this real estate class now, man. I found this place is gonna let me, you know what I'm saying? They gonna let me help me get my real estate license and real estate class while I'm working for the office. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, that's cool, man. Do your thing. I'm making my money every day, nigga. I had hundreds a day. I got my own lifestyle, my own job that I created myself, and I'm booming. My shit is, I'm doing the damn thing. So I was like, I don't follow behind. Like, I'm like, cool, nigga, do your thing, nigga. No, I'm not, you know, I wasn't really interested. So he's like, all right, nigga. 3 weeks later, this dude shows up in a brand new car. No, okay, check this out. So then I ran into the homie about a month later. This nigga used to have braids, frizzy braids, white t-shirt. Always kept the pencil, just like on some niggas. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Last time I had seen him, he was walking down the street one time. I guess he was going to get his car at the impound. The police had taken his shot. I'm like, I pulled, what you doing, nigga? Nigga walking down the street with frizzy braids, and I gave him a ride. Okay. 3 weeks later, that's when he started telling me about the real estate. 3 weeks later, he calls me, said, hey man, meet me at this park, man. Man, I got some stuff I want to tell you and show you. I was like, all right. So I met up with him at the park. He came up to Upland, met him at the park. This dude had all his hair cut. He was in a suit. You see what I'm saying? No frizzy braids. He had his shit lined, like faded, lined up. He cut all his hair off. He had a car he just got. Like a brand new car. Like it was like a businessman car. And he like, hey man, changing my life, man. I'm about to do this real estate shit all the way. You know what I mean? You should do it with me. I was like, man, I ain't really, you know what I mean? I had tried I had went to Mount Sac in 1999 for the real estate, and I had tried to do the principles. I had my books for the principles and was studying, but it just wasn't me at the time. You know what I mean? Everybody got different things in life and time that what you gonna do what you want to do, what you feel like doing. So I just was like, man, I ain't really, you know what I mean? So he's like, okay, cool, suit yourself, man. Okay. When that happened, all of a sudden, he had this new car. 6 months later, he called me. He got a brand new truck. Right? And this nigga had a house. And I'm tripping because he like, hey, man, guess you come up. And this nigga had a fucking mini mansion on the hill. I said, what the fuck? And I was embracing him. And he was like, nigga, come move in with me, nigga. What, man? Because I'm his, like, close friend and motivated him. You know what I'm saying? And he trusts me like I'm his, so ain't nobody else he really identified with or resonate with because this nigga's just about, everybody else is full of shit, especially when you're in the hood or you're around motherfuckers. Everybody else is just, they want to keep you stay down. They haters, jealousy, people keep each other down. He seen how I was, so he gravitated towards me. And he said I wasn't about that. I was about making moves. So the nigga, you know what I mean, did his thing. Changed his life. I seen within my eyes a motherfucker selling dope, worn in the streets, having shootouts, had to keep pistols every day with him. Not next to him in the couch watching TV, he got the guns. He got 2 or 3 guns in case somebody's trying to bust in his apartment, trying to jack him or something. You know what I'm saying? Nigga looking off grimy and shit to within 6 months later, this nigga's in a suit, in a nice car, and then bought his first house. You see what I'm saying? All because of his willpower. Because he wanted to do it and it happened for him. So he was doing that for a while, and he ended up becoming an agent, a real estate agent. And he stuck to it. Next thing you know, he still does it to this day. In 2015, he still, right now, I think he still does property management. So he was doing real estate, and then he started renting his own rooms out of his own house, becoming a landlord, doing his own property management from scratch. You know what I mean? He always kept the renter in them rooms, and the house would pay for itself by the renters. Then he used to have, then he started doing commercial real estate, working for MGR, you know what I'm saying? Commercial leasing and stuff like that. And then my dude he was doing all kinds of stuff, and then he was just like, I was proud of him, and he got on his feet. He stopped selling drugs. He stopped smoking weed. Next thing you know, 5, 6 years later, when you see him, he's a whole different person. You would never believe, if we were somewhere or we was kicking it somewhere, nobody would ever, you would never believe that this dude was straight up grimy, gang-banging, dope dealer, braids and white t-shirt every day with pistols on him in the streets, worn. You would never know. You wouldn't even know. Because this dude is so professional now. You know what I'm saying? He wears a suit every day. He talks professional. He has his vocabulary and his mind. And then he started going, so then, some years later, like around 2011 or 12, he like, hey man, I'm going to University of Phoenix now, man. I want you to go with me, man. Do it with me, woody wop wop. And I was like, man, that ain't for me, man. I ain't in the mood. I got this music and this modeling and photography and things going on. That's what I'm putting my time and efforts into. You know what I'm saying? Into my record label and doing, you know what I'm saying? I was doing fashion shows and all kind of stuff. So I wasn't really feeling it. Like that wasn't what I was trying to do at the time. Plus, I'm already like 30 by now. I'm like, man, I ain't trying to do that. Like, you know what I mean? That ain't my calling. He said, suit yourself. He did 2.5 years. 2 years later, he called me. Hey, man, I'm about to walk the stage, man. I graduated. I got my bachelor's. And I was like, damn, that fast? He like, yeah, man, you should have did it with me, man. You should still go, man. You'll be good in school, man. You're a powerful person. You're already smart, so just having a schooling thing behind you be even that much harder. I was like, man, I'm cool. So he graduated. Then he calls me telling me, man, I'm about to go to law school. I'm going to law school, man. I'm going to be a lawyer, man. This was probably like last year. So then he called my brother. He like, what's your brother number, man? He had to have somebody write him a letter of recommendation to get into law school you have to have another professional associate or somebody you know, like a reference, to write you a letter of recommendation before they would even accept you into law school. So my brother, he a professor in New York, wrote the homie a letter of recommendation, and he got him in. He's in law school right now. Even right now, 2015, he's still in law school. The one that I told you was gay. So you would never know. That's just another example, another story of how you can go from nothing to something. You know what I'm saying? You can go from, being on the street, you know what I'm saying, into ended up in the executive suites. You know what I'm talking about? You can go from like being just being a low life to being, you know what I'm saying, the mayor. You know what I mean? You can be a low life on the street, average thug in the hood, to 5-6 years later, you a mayor. You see what I'm saying? So it's possible. Anything you want to do, you can do it. You got the willpower, you got the resources, get on it. And you got to always remain humble. That's another thing, man, because a lot of people is cocky and they act like they better than everybody else. The homie don't act like that. You know what I'm saying? My brother don't act like that. But they really got their shit up. But they don't act like they better than nobody else. They don't act bougie. They down to earth, regular, cool ass people. Still laugh and bag. When I come around, niggas want to start bagging. You know what I'm saying? Start laughing. You know, niggas we just talk shit about each other, cracking jokes and laughing and just kicking it and drinking beer and shit. I drink beer with my brother. I drink beer with the homie. Then you want to brew? And then we go watch the game or something. Like, you know what I mean? They regular ass people. But both of them, at one time when we was growing up, even as teenagers, them niggas was a product of the environment. You know what I'm saying? Where we grew up. But they took the initiative to want to come up out of that circle, out of that box, and dream for more. And they was going after reaching out and dream, and they manifested that into reality. Now, both of them is professionals in suits every day in a whole other network of people. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you can go from nothing to something, 0 to 100. In a few years, you put your mind to it. It can happen for you. So don't give up. You know what I'm saying? And get you a plan. What do you want to do? Get on that path. A man with a plan ain't shit. You got to have a plan and know what you want and where you trying to at least starting, just to start with. Just have something that you're trying to do or go towards. You know what I mean? And work on it and get up in there, because it's possible. Now, for me, my story, like I told you guys in another video, my story is I've never worked for nobody. I've only employed myself. Nobody's ever given me a job. When I was younger, I had a job when I was 15. As soon as you get work, we grew up poor, single mama, parent, you know what I'm saying, free lunch, welfare, you know what I'm saying? So my mama was like, as soon as you turn 15, nigga, you better be working. If you want something extra, like, she didn't have nothing to give us, like, extra. She had enough just to pay the bill. So I had to take and I was already grinding since I was 10. I was out hustling in the streets, trading shit, that's how I used to get my shit. So when I was 15, she made me, I believe I was like in the 10th grade. You know what I mean? She made me, through the school, you can get it. I got my worker's permit. I had to apply for it through the school. And I ended up getting it, and I was working at Little Caesars when I was 15. It only lasted a month. I couldn't take that shit. So then my next job, I waited a couple years later when I was 17. I worked for 1 month for Christmas help at the register recorder, delivering election booths and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like the Thomas guy and the driver who delivered election booths for the election. LA County register recorder. That's 1 month work. Other than that, I ain't never worked for nobody, man. I'm 37 now. That was 20 years ago. I ain't worked for nobody in the past 20 years, man. I had to create my own jobs. I'm going to tell you why. Every time I used to apply or try to get jobs from people, everybody hating on me because I'm black. Or I'm tall. They just didn't like me for whatever reason. And I used to go around everywhere trying to get jobs. All the time. and nobody will hire me. They'll hire everybody else, but they wouldn't hire me. So after a point, I just like stop. I created my own jobs in the street. I started selling shit, doing all kind of, man, you know how much shit I done did, man? And it made me into an entrepreneur, and throughout the years, I just started getting smarter, growing bigger, advancing, and I always had to reinvent, because what wasn't selling this year, the next year something else come in, we got to get on that. Okay, we got to see what's new. And we got to do, that's why a lot of my network now is all business owners. Everybody that I know is all business owners, jewelers. You see the booths in the malls, the Shoe Magic or Shoe Refresh booths. I know all the owners of all the booths. I know the dude that got the patent. I've known him since 2002. Because I had got into that at one time trying to open some booths back in like 2003. So I had to have a corporate meeting with this dude to see what he was trying to do. I know people that own all the liquor stores and all the limo companies and all the barber shops and all the electronics. I know all the owners. You know what I'm saying? I done built my way because I was a businessman I'm a salesman and freelance entrepreneur, and my connections and networks and things, just got bigger and bigger, and I just got smarter and smarter and more advanced and more knowledgeable just out doing commerce and dealing with people in business. And it made me a person that I am today as far as power, because I got to see and learn dynamics of all kind of things. It was just like a school. But I didn't know when I first got into it. When I first was just out, I was just a grindaholic. Like every day I was just out grinding, working. However I could get some money, that's all I was about. Even homies used to be like, man, every time you come around, you ask me to buy something. Nigga, we ain't trying to buy it. You can't just say hi. Because I used to just be selling. My mom and them used to tell me, hey, we going to such and such, like a family party or somebody's birthday. She's like, don't be trying to sell them nothing. Because I always had a trunk full of, I always got something in the trunk, and people always want to buy shit from me. So that's how deep I was just addicted to grinding. You know what I mean? And I've been doing this shit for years. Nowadays, I'm just chilling. I'm burnt out on that shit. I'm trying to get into something way bigger. But as far as my knowledge in economics in the world and products and this and just a whole lot of shit, I'm very knowledgeable and educated in it. All the way from the stock market to the damn, I know about all that shit. All the secrets to money, you know what I mean? To just everything, man. You know what I'm saying? I done got deep into it, all from being a street hustler. That was my calling. I used to think that, oh man, I didn't go to college, I didn't finish college, or I didn't finish high school, or I didn't do this, or I ain't got no job. People just talk shit about you, especially when you're in your early 20s. You gonna do something with your life now? You gonna do something? But then I tried, but just the universe, it just wasn't my path. And then what I ended up at was past all these motherfuckers. Like, I got more knowledge and more experience and gained more riches and shit than all the niggas I know that had went to motherfucking college and school. They got regular 9-to-5 jobs. I work my own hours, do what I want to, when I want to. And that's why I got a lot of haters and jealous motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I just like kind of stay to myself these days. You know what I mean? I'm on some other shit anyway. You know what I mean? And I'm just blessed at how it happened, because it really put me up in a position of more power and greater things that I can do outside of being stuck in the matrix around, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Just in a box, stuck. Nigga, fuck that depressing shit, or just like shit over your back and stressing and debt. I don't have no debt. I don't have no motherfucking bill. I pay all my shit up front. Nigga, I don't owe nobody no money. You can look at my credit. I ain't got nothing on my credit. I did through the years, but shit, nigga, all my shit clean now. I ain't got no warrants, no court cases nowhere. I got my license and my passport. I owe nobody no money. All my shit clean. Can't nobody say I stole something from them. Can't nobody say I owe them nothing. Can't nobody say I'm bonded to them, any old shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm freelance. You know what I mean? Even with this knowledge shit, I did my own independent studies. Didn't nobody invite me to come be a part of their club or come allow me to be a part of this or that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad because they was rejecting me and hating because it made me, in the long term, it was good for me. Because now I received all the benefits and all the shit just through the universe and me without having been bondage to all these to some motherfuckers. I don't owe no motherfuckers nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, we on some other shit trying to get ahead and not stuck in. Nothing. Ain't obligated to no motherfuckers. Besides just taking care of the kids and shit like that, that ain't hard for me. You know what I mean? You know, I got help with that. You know what I'm saying? They grandmama and they mama and everybody else take care of the kids too. They love it. You know what I'm saying? So, but I take care of my responsibility every day. You know what I mean? So, make a long story short, man, different paths for different people. Just follow whatever the universe, whatever path you on. As long as it's gonna give you, you know what I'm saying, prosperity and productivity in your day and in life. You know what I mean? Something you can build on. And believe in yourself. Get yourself some goals. And I have had people tell me that they had, I thought this homie named Sean, this Creole dude, used to work at the club. This nigga told me, man, he used to work at the door. He was like, nigga, that's when I had a red Benz. I was popular I had to get rid of it because I was so, the whole Pomona, Ontario Ranch, all this whole area, everybody knew that was me because it was just bright red with some rims, iced out Benz with TV back in like 2005. You know what I'm saying? In 06, I had that red Benz. It was new, and everybody knew that was me because I had it custom. You know what I mean? And then niggas was following me and shit. I done had niggas pull 4.5s on me, stalking me, and all kind of shit behind. That's why I got rid of that car. But motherfuckers was just hating. And having that, I've attracted a lot of people too. I've had people invite me to their mansions. I've had NBA players invite me over to their house. I've had rich people give me money just to give it to me. I've had rich people give me $10,000. Bankers. I've had somebody that work at the bank that's a multi-millionaire just want to give me some money just to give it to me. Not like out of her money, though. Like her personal, she just rich. They always invite me to their mansion, and she just, what do you have? Can you give me a watch or diamond? Like anything I have to sell, she wanted to give me some money because she just was appreciative to see how a young brother that was 26 years old was rolling fly-ass cars and entrepreneur. And how I used to wear Hawaiian shirts every day, just like that good life living type shit. You know what I mean? Niggas used to bag on me all the time because I had Hawaiian shirts every day. But nigga, I was living the life. As far as like entrepreneur, I had built myself up. By the time I was 25, I had been doing this shit since I was like 15, 16, just selling stuff. By the time I was 25, I already had Benzes and shit. You know what I mean? Living in mansions. And you attract different people. You got the haters in the hood who are going to try to set you up. They think you ball, or they trying to rob you, they trying to get, you know what I'm saying? See how they can hate on you. I've had some. So anyway, with that red Benz, I was at the club one night, and this bitch-ass nigga that was a doorman, this nigga name was David Davis or something. He was from Ghost Town. This nigga, one night, they gonna shake your hand when you come in the club trying to be like, you know what I'm saying? Because nigga always talk to me. He trying to play like they your homie and shit. This nigga went to the parking lot that I went into the club and keyed my fucking car. This nigga keyed the fucking red Benz, the iced out Benz. Just because he was jealous. Because this nigga was older than me. He was like 36 then, and I was like 25 or 26. This nigga keyed my Benz and put $5,000 in damage. That's what the estimate was. So niggas do whole ass, and then I went after him, and the nigga ran, and he was hiding after that, and I ain't seen the nigga since. You know what I'm saying? He was scared. He thought I was going to like kill him or something. You know what I mean? But I wasn't really tripping, because I ended up trading that car in and got me an X5 BMW. So I'm not really tripping. It's just, I traded that car in the same year, like 2006, and got an X5 when they was still kind of new. X5s was new. I done had all kind of cars: S500s, S430s, the CLK, the motherfucking Benzes. I got the Beamers, Infiniti. I had 5 Infinitis. I done had all kind of fly ass cars. So I'm not. That's why when I'm older, I don't trip off that shit no more, man. Like once you done had shit, you don't chase it no. You don't care about that shit no more like that because you'd already ran through it. You know what I mean? When I had it, it didn't give me no extra. Females was still dissing me the same. It didn't give me too much extra coochie, or I didn't get no girlfriend from having them cars. You know what I'm saying? Or the mansion. Nigga had I had a 3-story, 10-bedroom mansion with the homie. We had that shit for 8 years. 2006 all the way to 2014, niggas had that mansion. And guess what? Nigga, I used to always try to invite female. Nobody want to come. They was dissing. Females go after looks. They think I'm ugly and tall or big nose or whatever, so they not fucking with you. Even if I got knowledge, even if I can provide for them, do things, travel, do just whatever, they don't want that. That's why I don't even offer shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's like some trick type shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas started studying on this pimp game because I see how it's niggas that ain't got shit who getting these girls to do everything for them and bring them niggas money. You know what I'm saying? So why am I going to try to offer a bitch some shit when, you know what I mean, she going to dish you and she going to get the other nigga shit for free. So I'm cool. Nigga, I'm not, I mean, I had to learn through a lot of shit. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't about, so it's still all about building self. You know what I mean? To the level that you want to be at. I'm trying to be at the level where I can travel the whole world whenever I want to. You know what I'm saying? If I feel like I want to get up and go to Japan tomorrow, shit, I get my passport, we go to the you know what I'm saying, the consulate on Wilshire, get that motherfucker stamp. You know what I'm saying? And get my ticket, nigga, order my ticket on the internet right on the spot and hop on the motherfucking plane. Nigga, we trying to get on that level. I'm trying to travel the world. My brother do that shit every summer. You know what I'm saying? He a professor. I guess he make a lot of money. This nigga travels like 10 countries every summer. All over the fucking Europe, Africa, all that shit. So I'm trying to get on the level where I'm trying to do that shit. Niggas is not local, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas not trying to be out here with these hating, bougie, wannabe, low brain, dumb motherfuckers acting stuck up and hating all the time. That's dumb. Nigga, this is 2015, we on some other shit like I said. And I'm trying to associate myself, you know what I'm saying, with other people like that too. You know what I'm saying? That we can meet up together and build on some shit. It's just like when I had my condo, I had a condo in 2012 I had got in Rancho Cucamonga by myself. And nigga, I'm paying by myself. It was a nice ass condo. That motherfucker would have marble shower, wood floors. That shit was tight. But I was by myself paying.